I've just finished The Finest Hotel in Kabul by Lyse Doucet, and it's one of the most human-focused and clever pieces of storytelling about Afghanistan that I've come across. Doucet tells the entire history of Afghanistan from the hopeful 1960s to the shattered present through one hotel and the people who kept it alive. So the Intercontinental Hotel opened in 1969. It was a symbol of a confident, modernizing Kabul where fashion shows, live music, and new ideas filled its halls. And then, as Afghanistan began to unravel, the 1973 coup, the Soviet invasion over Christmas 1979, the decades of US involvement, civil war, Taliban rule, the hotel witnessed it all. The hotel stopped being part of the intercontinental chain after the Soviet invasion, but its staff stayed. They held on. Doucet said this book is a history of Afghanistan told through the story of this landmark hotel and through the lives of the staff who kept it going. And that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. Afghan hospitality runs deep, as we know, and as Doucet reminds us, it doesn't matter how big your home is. What matters is how big your heart is. And that line really stayed with me. But there is tragedy too. After the brutal Taliban attack in 2018, where 40 guests, including 14 foreigners, were killed, where floors were left shredded, foreigners stopped staying. Yet Afghans kept rebuilding and returning because they felt so connected to this place, and some also had no other alternative. Doucet brings the nation's story to life through the intimate struggles of people like Sadiq, who was a young man fighting for a future, chasing a US visa that might never come. And then there was Abida, a sous chef, who is a widow raising her family alone. She was banned from working under the first Taliban regime and then reinstated during the US-backed years, then laid off again when money ran out. Every shift she lost meant survival slipping away, especially when the Taliban returned in 2021. The chapters read like a living timeline of Afghanistan, and through this lens, every chapter becomes a turning point. So you have Hazrat's Hotel that captures the lost world of a modern, hopeful Kabul. Then the Principal Order marks the 1973 coup and the first cracks in stability. Then the Bloody Fall traces a violent communist takeover of 1978. The Soviet invasion of 1979 turns a hotel into a hive of soldiers, spies, and journalists. Then Russia checks out in 1989 after 9 brutal years. 15,000 Soviet deaths and more than 1.5 million Afghan lives lost. The Mujahideen era brings victory without peace. Factions founded by the US move into Kabul and even into the hotel itself. And the first Taliban takeover in 1996 to 2001 closes the world down, especially for women like Abida, a sous chef who's suddenly barred from work. And then after 9/11, the hotel fills again with diplomats and contractors, while young Afghans like Sadiq try to build futures that never quite materialize. The 2018 Taliban attack devastates the hotel. 40 guests killed, entire floors destroyed, leaving scars that never fully heal. And then in 2021, the Taliban return. The hotel stand once more at the center of history, battered but still standing. Doucet in this book gives us history with a heartbeat, not geopolitics, not strategy documents, but real life, living people working, showing what they love and how they survive as the world around them keeps changing. It's emotional, it's honest, and it's deeply human. Well worth a read.